viewers, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're feeling well from wherever you're watching our channel. And I must say that thanks God it's the 7th of June. Well, today we'd like to talk about reason why Ekuru AUKOT is on Raila's neck. We saw this in 2017 and we are seeing a repeat of the same in this year, 2022. Now, Ekuru AUKOT is one of those casualties, or rather those presidential candidates wannabes who were actually denied a chance by IEBC's Chebukati-led team. The major casualties of this denial are, one of them is Mwangi Oiria, is a Muranga governor. There is Wanjigi himself, Wanjigi on a Safina party. Then we have Ruben Kagame. So the numbers are Mwangi Oiria, Jimmy Wanjigi, Ruben Kagame, and Ekuru AUKOT. We saw the complaints from Jimmy Wanjigi when he directed his guns on IEBC's Chebukati. We saw Mwangi Oiria claim that if he's denied the chance, that he will transform his party to a movement. That is, he was going to sort of talk ill about IEBC. Maybe try to paint it in a negative way, say that maybe it's being political and choosing who to actually give that certificate. We don't know about Ruben Kagame yet, but we do know that Ekuru AUKOT has actually made a very, very, very sad move. And this move, I call it sad because he has actually positioned himself as someone who is out to fight Raila Amolo Odinga, the Azimio's flag bearer. I call this a mischievous calculation to stop Raila Amolo Odinga by Ekuru AUKOT. Why? Recently, we've seen, since the handshake, we've seen Ruto campaign aggressively for his presidential bid on government machineries. Back then, Raila was not campaigning. He was actually talking peace and trying to talk people out of campaigning because the season was not yet there. Now, Ekuru AUKOT wrote a letter, and this letter was actually titled, up there on the document, was the sources Third Way Alliance Party. And it was directed to IEBC. And he talked about nomination of Raila Amolo Odinga as a presidential candidate. He talked about Raila Odinga using the government machinery to campaign for his presidential bid. Let's go back to 2017. You remember during the boycott, the law back then made it impossible for one person to contest on his own. During the re-election. You remember after courts argued that the election was not free and fair, and that another re-election will be conducted soon, within a stipulated number of days. Now, Raila Amolo decided to boycott. But Ekuru AUKOT initially wanted to boycott, but then somewhere along the way, he decided to be on the ballot, thereby giving Jubilee a reason to be happy. Because if Ekuru AUKOT had also boycotted the election, then it would have been impossible for that election to be conducted. So back then, we saw him fighting Raila Amolo Odinga indirectly. Because if he wanted to stand by the truth, then he would have boycotted the election. But the question is again, but back then, since the government was using CSS, government machineries to campaign, why did he raise these allegations back then? And he's choosing it now. That's what I was saying. This list of presidential wannabes was actually a calculated move by one of these parties, either Azimio or Kenya Kwanza, to eat on the other's strong base. Like for the case of Jimmy Wanjigi. Jimmy Wanjigi, in our previous actually analysis, we talked about Jimmy Wanjigi as frequenting Nyanza zone to actually campaign, and he's talking about those people being in poverty, languishing in poverty for so long, because other people are still fighting for them. That they should move on. That was his policy. Move on. You don't have to bank on Raila all the time. That you can actually choose another vehicle and still make it there. That has always been his message. So the denial, when actually Jimmy Wanjigi was denied a certificate, he actually unleashed almost everything. That's why he had to be denied a chance to talk on the microphone by being switched off. The microphone had to be switched off. Now, so let's talk about Ekuru AUKOT moves. We think Ekuru AUKOT is working for Kenya Kwanza because a day after he was denied the chance, now he talks about filing a suit that will actually bar Raila Amolo Odinga from contesting. Why not target Kenya Kwanza? Because even Kenya Kwanza were using the same government machinery to campaign. I mean, we're not trying to be biased as analysts here, but we are saying if you want to complain, make this be something that is not one-sided, because we saw that Kenya Kwanza also used government machineries to campaign. We also seen CSS in Azimio's campaign. Yes, we can't deny that fact. They are there. But why not? Why are you only looking at Azimio? You're not looking at Kenya Kwanza. That is a question that we'd like to pose on Ekuru AUKOT. Now, we don't know what is likely to unfold. We don't know whether the court can actually bring a verdict that can actually undo the nomination of Raila Amolo Odinga as a Azimio flag bearer and actually the handing of the certificate. We don't know for sure whether the law allows that, because it's too late now. But we still like to follow up on this story, and we promise to give you these details as time goes by. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, you can only support us by giving us a thumbs up. You can comment there. By commenting, we get to know where to improve on our channel, and also get to know about the feedback regarding our actually videos. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, please have a lovely day. Bye-bye.